Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, 1 p.m. PST. Here we be. Now, you notice something right above my head, right here. I got a shelf behind me, and somebody, I can't remember who, forgive me, it's been a long time, but somebody made made some of these for me. So that's what you see behind me. I know it looks like it's on top of my head. I don't know how bad it's going to bug me being there. I might move it around, but we'll see. What up, everybody in the damn comment section? Oh, I see you all. I see all of you, and you're looking very play this afternoon, if I do say so myself. So what up? Let's see here. Oh, we got a super chat cherry popper. Looks like somebody's returned to their throne. See who that is. Good gun today. I'm excited. I'm excited because when I saw this title, it spoke to me. Something said, Jericho, this must be your good gun story. And as I read it, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is great. This is great. That's right, Chris Law. Chris Law says, ooh, I'm getting a vibe. Ooh, good gun. It's going to be a good one today. Ooh. So you saw the thumbnail, Cops. Remember that show? That was one of the first TV shows on a fledgling Fox network. It was Cops, The Simpsons, but The Simpsons didn't become The Simpsons right off the bat. Let's see how old school you are. The Simpsons started as like a little 2-minute sketch, or I guess you call it a sketch, little cartoon on the Tracy Ullman show. That was Ullman, Tracy Ullman, however you spell that. But she was this British comedian who had a sketch comedy show on Fox, one of the first TV shows. At the end, she'd say, "Go home, go home." You might know her from, I think she went on to like HBO or Showtime, and she got a lot bigger, but she started out on Fox. So it was Cops, Tracy Ullman, Simpsons, The Simpsons. What was that? Get a Life with Chris Elliott. Had that REM song, Standing Up Forever. That song, that was a theme song to Get a Life. And there was a couple other ones I can't remember, but Cops, that was a shit. Cops was on forever. But I picked that thumbnail, and the title is, If They're White, It's All Right. What the hell do I mean by that? You may or may not have heard the story about the 3 cops in Arkansas who were beating the shit out of a suspect. But if you haven't heard of it, it's because the suspect was white. Now, damn it, if that Rubik's Cube of give a shit would have lined up and the perpetrator was black and they were beating the shit out of a black man, you already know. You would know his name, his address, where he went to school, his favorite food, his shoe size, and everything. They would be talking about, say his name, and they would show you a picture of his 8th grade graduation. Not the newest one from his Instagram account where he's pointing a gun at his phone and blowing weed smoke out. No, not that one. They're going to show you the one where he was like this in his 8th grade graduation picture. Like a little child. I wouldn't hurt anybody. No, that's not the person they were tussling with. But he wasn't, so therefore nobody gives a shit. We can put this on the Tony Tippa pile of things that they don't care about. But this white dude was getting his ass whooped, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what happened to the cops. We're going to talk about what happened to the dude on the ground and how he got there and why the mainstream mediocres don't care. The She-Hulk. There's that new, it's a TV show. It's a series. I think it's eight episodes, and it's new to the MCU, the Marvel Comics universe, and it's horrible. You ever been somewhere on vacation and you're packing to go back home? The shit never fits back in there like it did when you left because you're not folding it nicely and placing it in there with the excitement of going on vacation. You've already done it. You just want to get home. So you jam that shit in there, you throw it on the hotel bed, and you sit on it and try to zip it up because it's jam-packed with shit. You probably picked up some souvenirs and stuff you didn't plan for. So that's what She-Hulk is. It's jam-packed and stuffed with SJW bullshit. Mansplaining. Oh, The clip I'm going to play for you is going to make you sick. So I hope you don't have food in your stomach right now. Also, this mom recreated, remember that scene from Spiderman? It's either Spiderman or Spiderman 2. One of the ones with Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. The scene where he's hanging upside down and she pulls his mask down in the rain and kisses him lovingly. That was a romance scene. That wasn't a mother-son, have a good day at school, sweetie. No, that was a romance scene. They were fucking each other. Well, this mom recreated that kiss with her 6-year-old son at his birthday. Yes, disgusting. And guess what she didn't have on the ring finger on her left hand? And a Florida school has had enough. They are doing away with the Ku Klux Trans bullshit. They are doing away with the indoctrination of those kids. We're going to talk about that shit. And latest development in the Paul Pelosi, Popoff, Vodka situation, his DUI. Some shit's come down. Don't forget mygreengear.com, JerichoGreen.net, and P.O. Box. My P.O. Box is 806 Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. But first, this live stream is brought to you by My Patriot Supply. Friends, is inflation wiping you out? Are you cutting back to make ends meet? Food prices are skyrocketing with no end in sight. Same with the insane prices at the pump. It's going to get worse all summer long. But you can fight inflation by getting affordable, delicious emergency food that costs far less than store-bought food. You see, this food is freeze-dried and packaged for long-term storage, so it's a whole lot less expensive than fresh or canned food. We recommend My Patriot Supply, America's largest emergency preparedness company. They have an inflation-fighting offer where you can save $250 on their 3-month emergency food kit. This is their lowest price in 3 years, so don't pass it up. This is a great way to fight inflation while preparing for food shortages. Your kit ships fast and arrives in unmarked boxes for your privacy. Go to preparewithjericho.com, save $250 on each 3-month food kit that you need. Do it now. Go to preparewithjericho.com. That is preparewithjericho.com. Who pop the super chat cherry? Drum roll. Miss Pepsi Girl, dang it, you did it again. You are back on top. Give her back her crown. She is back on top as Super Chat Queen. Thank you very much. She's getting back my title as the Cherry Popper, Ron Jeremy today. Oh, so you're not going to be easy. You're not going to be nice. Okay, being a little rough. Respect that. Thank you, Miss Pepsi Girl. See, did I miss anything else? Lala HK, Chico Man, Guitar Dude 777, what up? Marky Mark, Tammy A, Donna. Oh, I see you all. Dwight, Ohio Prepper, Mitchell, Lord, German Husbando, Mr. Matt, all of you. What the hell's going on? Edmund, thank you. Andrew, David. Yes, trying to sell shit. That's how this works. I offer a service, you purchase it, we all win. Yes, it's called business. Yeah. So, man. Oh, boy. Oh, Kai Johnson from the UK. I tried to find that story you told me about. If you have a link, email it to me. JerichoGreen2018@gmail.com about the dude who blew his foot off with a shotty. Salty Bildo. Pure blood from Florida here. Yes, we talked about that yesterday. How where's our apology? They were hard on the unpoked, weren't they? It's all right. We're tougher now. We don't need it. Man, let's get to this good gun, shall we? I'm excited about this one. Like I said, when I saw the title, I was like, this is it. This is probably the greatest title I've read thus far in Good Gun, with Good Gun. Oh, Kai Johnson says, my dad told me about it 15, 20 years ago. All right, well, that would make it hard to look up. But glad to hear that bad people have stuff like that happen to them sometimes. Doesn't make you feel good? So check this shit out. This shit says, robber shoots himself in penis while trying to steal sausage from a hot dog stand. Well, have you not seen Sleepers? Remember that movie with Kevin Bacon, the Patrick Muldoon or something? He was famous for like soap operas or some shit. I think Robert De Niro was in it. Yeah, he played the priest. Great movie. It's about these kids. They try to steal a hot dog cart and they end up hurting or killing. I can't remember if they killed the hot dog vendor because he went chasing after him and they ran down in the subway or whatever, and then the hot dog cart came down. I believe it came down the stairs and hit the guy, ran him over, hurt him real bad or killed him, one of the two. But they ended up going to this boys' home, this detention center for wayward youth, and it took place in the 60s. So when they got there, spoiler alert, if you want to watch it, I do recommend that you do. But they get to this boys' home, this detention center, and the guards are just merciless. They're beating them. They're raping the boys. It is fucking horrible. And, well, I'll just tell you that. I won't give away the rest of it. But that's how it starts. The boys try to steal a hot dog vendor cart. Except none of those boys got shot in the dick. But this guy did. So let's see what happened to homeboy. They got a bullet in his dick. Here we go. A would-be robber accidentally shot himself in the penis while trying to raid a hot dog stand. It has been reported the teenager was fumbling with his weapon as he tried to grab cash from the sausage salesman. I don't know if this is, it's Irish Mirror. So yeah, no wonder they're using words like that. Raid and whatnot. But the raid went horribly wrong when his gun went off and he shot himself in his own genitals. Dang it. If you're going to shoot genitals, make sure they're not yours. That's rule number one in genital shooting. Make sure they're not yours. ABC 7 is reporting the man allegedly holding up a Southside hot dog stand. It said the alleged would-be robber, Terrian Pouncey, is recovering at Christ Hospital. He is facing 2 counts of armed robbery, the Chicago Sun-Times reported. Oh, so this was in Chi-Town. It was so funny that they reported on it on an Irish platform, Irish Mirror. Oh, he was spotted slumped on the ground outside a West Pullman restaurant called Maxwell Street Express. The local police told the paper that they believe he had tried to rob the place when his .38 caliber handgun accidentally fired the bullet. Hold up, pause for a second. Those of you who know firearms know how serious a .38 is. A .38 is no bullshit. If you shoot somebody with a .38, chances are they're not going to get up. .38 is a big boy bullet. And he shot himself in the dick. Oh, man. Terrian. At Layton Criminal Courthouse, Judge Stephanie Miller ordered him held without bond while he lay in his hospital bed. Police told the newspaper that he was unable to run very far because of the pain of the self-inflicted bullet. Yeah. You shoot yourself in the dick, you're not going to be so nimble, are you? You ain't going to be juking anytime soon. Police told the newspaper that he was, It is said he had been trying to adjust the pistol's position in his waistband when it fired. This is the second time we've heard about a criminal shooting himself with the waistband. Get a holster. Come on, I can hook you up. Get a damn holster, people. Stop putting the damn gun in your waistband. It's not meant for that. How many dicks have to be shot before they get the memo? Assistant Cook County State's Attorney Aaron Antonietti, man. Aaron Antonietti, over here. Claimed in court that Pouncey had pulled out the gun and demanded cash from 2 employees, pressing the gun to the head of a 39-year-old worker, Antonietti said. So you little piece of shit, you went out terrorizing these people. You put a .38 pistol to somebody's head for some hot dog money. We later found out how much of a jackass you are, so it's a very real possibility that you could have shot that person in their fucking head because you're an idiot. How happy were those people when he walked away and shot himself in the dick? The workers passed over their wallets and a few dollar bills that fell on the floor. Remember those dollar bills on the floor. On his way out and stooping to pick up some of the fluttering money, he reached to his waistband and apparently pulled the trigger, firing a bullet that struck him in the penis, Antonietti said. So I wonder if those people, when he shot himself in the dick, did they walk over there and take their money back out of his pocket? As he's rolling around on the ground, my dick. That's what I would have done. Excuse me, let me get my wallet back. You're not going to need this. You got to worry about that second hole in your dick. Dicks are only supposed to come with one hole. If you got more than one hole in your dick, you're in trouble. I'm no doctor. This isn't official medical information. But I can assume if you have two holes in your dick, that's a problem. I hope they did. I hope while he was rolling around, screaming and crying and bleeding, they went ahead and took their money and shit back out of his pockets. Love it. A fight started, but Pouncey made it to the street before collapsing, so they started whooping his ass. Oh, man. The newspaper said surveillance cameras captured video and audio of the robbery and showed Pouncey struggling to make it across the street, stop on a bench, and make his way to the steps of a nearby house before collapsing. He just couldn't do it. That hole in your dick was too big. The blood was coming out too fast. You couldn't make it, Tarian. Pouncey told the paper, or police told the paper, that they recovered the wallets Pouncey had allegedly stolen from the two men, as well as a .38 caliber pistol and his blood-stained boxers. Tarian probably woke up that day thinking, I'm going to go ahead and knock off a couple hot dog vendors, get me some money, and have a good weekend. Little did Tarian know, he was about to lose part of his dick before lunch. They said a fight started, but Pouncey made it to the street before collapsing. So they were going to whoop his ass. Good for you. That's what you deserve, Tarian. You know how traumatizing it is? Because everybody likes to talk about trauma. I'm recovering from childhood trauma. You talk about trauma. Having somebody stick a gun to your head, that's trauma. Well, bastard, that's what you get. You got shot in your dick. Ha ha! Tarian tried to shoot his dick off. And with a .38, I'm surprised he didn't blow his dick off. Close range with a .38? You think that little weenie would have been taco meat. Nope. Kept it. Good thing you got a sturdy dick, Tarian. Because most dicks wouldn't survive a .38. Oh, man, that title was everything. Man shoots himself in penis while trying to rob a hot dog vendor. That's what you get. But again, I'm not condoning any kind of crime. But if you're in a dick shooting, make sure it's not yours. And that was good gun. Fucking Tarian. What are you gonna do now, Tarian? Don't forget to change those bandages. Hold on. I saw a Saber chat up here somewhere. Well, that was a good one. When I was looking this morning for a good gun story, I did not expect to find one where a dude shot his penis off. That's beautiful. Pickman, thank you, says Inslee wants to run for a fourth term here in Washington. Ugh. Well, you know what's probably going to happen, Pickman. You got the same problem. You got the same illness that I have down here in California. You got too many dummies pulling the lever. They're not going to get rid of that piece of shit. Look how horrible he was during the autonomous zone and all that bullshit a couple years ago. If that didn't get him out, he ain't going nowhere. And it was such a kick in the balls, man, when Larry Elder lost the recall election to Gavin Newsom. That one hurt because the table was set. Newsom had fuck up after fuck up after fuck up, being caught out at the French Laundry, rubbing elbows with other elites when we were all at home, all that shit. The wildfires, the homeless, the table was set for him to be removed, and it didn't happen. It wasn't close. Mr. Kojak, who loves you, baby. Darwin Award for that guy. Who loves you, baby. Yeah, man, he wins, hands down. Him, well, it's neck and neck. But I think actually the lady who spilled the coffee in her lap, I think she already won a Darwin Award. But if you want to have like the Darwinist of the Darwin Awards, then yeah, that guy, he's neck and neck with the lady who spilled the hot coffee and burned her clam. Cannonballer 2020, what up? Thanks for the 50. Hey, Uncle Jericho. Hubby and I say, hey there. Yeah, you betcha, from Minnesota. Bummer. Home of the Minneapolis. Fire white teachers first because of much discrimination. That's right. I talked about that the other day. In Minneapolis, they have it where if teachers are going to get let go first, or if teachers are going to get let go, they're going to let go of the white teachers first, because it used to be based on seniority, but that was too fair. They had to fuck that up. So now if you're white, if you're a white teacher, if you're white, don't you know, then you're out of here. And if you're black or any other color, you're good. They used to have a word for that. Starting with an R, ends with an M. It escapes me right now. But thank you, Cannonballer 2020, and shout out to your hubby. Let's see here. Who is next? Who is next before we get in that ass like a bike with no seat? Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, come on now. See? Come on now, computer. There we go. Thank you, your mom's boyfriend. Central Time Zone representative right here. Jericho, you ain't going to talk bad about my time zone. Not my daughter. Look, man, I've said it and I'll say it again. I'm here 6 days a week, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Who gives a damn about Central and Mountain? Took that one to heart. Hey, man, that's how it is. As a kid, you watch TV, and it would have the times, you know, back when it was regular TV, before everything was fucking streamed, and they would always have Central and Mountain. I was like, where the fuck is Central and Mountain? What is that? Is that people that just live in the mountains? All right, man, I'll start showing more respect to your time zone. I'm a time zonist. All right, cool. Let's do it. So what happened? So these white cops, these boss hogs. Here, I'll read you the article. I'll read you the article. Cops beat man in Arkansas. Here we go. From CNN. So, you know, this is full of facts. It says 2 Arkansas deputies suspended and 1 officer is on administrative leave after video posted a violent encounter with man outside the store. Now, if this man was a person of color, then it would have said, this is what it would have said if the guy was black. 2 white Arkansas deputies and 1 white officer on administrative leave after posted a violent video of encounter with black man. That thing would have been fraught with color. It would have been white cops and black man. But since they're all white, no colors. They're just 3 cops and a guy. 3 men and a baby. It's just 3 cops and a guy. That's it. We don't know what the cops look like. We don't know what he looked like. It's just 3 cops and a guy. Bullshit. So 3 Arkansas law enforcement officers have been removed from duty and are facing state and federal investigations, officials confirmed Monday after bystander video captured at least 2 of the men punching and kneeing a suspect during an arrest. We've all seen this before. You've seen where the cop will have his hands on the guy and he'll raise his knee up and knee him in the ribs to try to get them to comply. Usually they're keeping their hands close so they don't get cuffed. At one point in the 34-second video recorded Sunday, one of the officers also lifts the suspect's head and slams it into the pavement. Now, that's a little unorthodox. I've never seen that move before. I've seen the punching and the kneeing and the hitting with the nightstick, but I've never seen it slamming someone's head on the ground. That's strike number 1, guys. A Crawford County Sheriff's Department Facebook post identifies the law enforcement personnel involved as Sheriff's Deputy Zach King and Levy White and Officer Fell Riddle of the Mulberry Police Department. CNN has reached out to the deputies and the officer. Let's see. Reached out. That's weird. Let's see. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Western District of Arkansas confirmed it had opened a federal civil rights investigation. The FBI Little Rock Field Office and the U.S. Justice Department's Civil Rights Division are also investigating, according to a statement from the U.S. Attorney's Office. It says, analysis, use of force seems excessive. The video, which was posted on social media, shows the officers restraining an individual identified by state police as Randall Worcester, 27, of Goose Creek, South Carolina, near a curb outside a business. One of the officers throws punches at the person's face and slams his head to the ground, while another knees the individual in the side and back. A woman who is not seen on the video says, "Don't beat him. He needs his medicine." And the officer responds, "Hey, back the fuck up," while another orders her to get in her car. Let's see. Why were they called there? Says none of the officers wore body cam footage. Turns out they didn't need it anyway. Okay, hold on. And here's what he did. Damn it. So basically, what the guy did says Worcester is charged with second-degree battery, resisting arrest, possessing an instrument of crime, criminal trespass, criminal mischief, terroristic threatening, and first and second-degree assault, Arkansas State Police says. Worcester allegedly threatened a gas station clerk in a neighboring town. He was spotted in Mulberry. Worcester was initially cooperative, but then tried to attack the officers, leading to the confrontation in the video. Worcester suffered multiple abrasions to his face, scrapes on his knees, scratches, a swollen right ear, and had his eye gouged during the altercation with the law enforcement officers. So what happened was there was a store there, and Worcester was threatening people. I don't know whether he was saying, "I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kick your ass," or something. He was threatening people. So when the cops show up, he pushes one of the cops, and the cop falls down. He tries to hit he either tried to or he did hit the cop in the back of the head. That's when they converged on him. So I have mixed feelings about this. So the cop slamming his head on the ground, that was a bit much. I don't see what purpose that served other than hurting that guy. Norfolk Southern Pokey District says, what's happening, brother, at Jericho Green? Saw the video on Officer Tatum's this morning. Yeah, so there's video of it. You can check it out. It's not very long. It's like 30 seconds. But I have mixed feelings. So banging this dude's head off the ground, that serves no purpose other than to hurt him, I think, because you got one officer dropping knees on him, and one officer's just holding him, one's dropping knees on him, the other one's punching him and shit in the face. So I think the bouncing his head off the ground is excessive. But I've seen cops knee before. I've seen cops punch before to get people to comply. Now, obviously, something's wrong with the dude. If he's making terroristic threats, he's probably some crazy fucker, some homeless dude or something who was acting an ass, and that's why the cops got called there. So, I mean, to be completely honest, this is a safe space, right? Can I be myself here? To be honest, I don't give a shit. Again, banging his head on the ground, that's really the only thing I have a problem with. Because if you're there threatening people, assaulting the police when they get there, just being a general asshole, then I really don't care if the cops knee you in the ribs and punch you, especially when you're not complying. He did not come out, lay on the ground, and put his hands behind his back, which I'm sure that's what they told him. He didn't do that. He decided to fight and resist. So that's what happens. That's what happens. When you fight the police and you don't listen, you get fucked up, especially when you're being a dick and terrorizing the people in the surrounding area at that store. As you know, I worked at Trader Joe's. I dealt with a lot of these fucking homeless people. And I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of them walking around with mental and or drug problems, terrorizing people that are trying to go about their life and shop and spend time with their family. All right? I'm sick of that shit. If some of them get their ass whooped, I don't care. Now, if you comply and do what you're told and the police beat your ass, those police are wrong. They need to be reprimanded. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're not listening and you push a cop on the ground, you pushed him on the ground and tried to punch him in the head. Now, you're walking into a store and somebody pushes you on the ground, tries to punch you in your head, and you happen to get up and regain your footing and whoop their ass, what are you going to do? You're probably going to punch them in the head. You're probably going to drop some knees on them if you have the opportunity. So I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, Brian King be fucking. They dropped bows on him. Throw them bows. Yeah, they fucked him up. Oh, well. I don't see a problem with what they did aside from slamming his head on the ground. That's wrong. But if you're given an order by the police and they've been called there because of you, I don't see what was wrong. These cops would already be fired if he was black. If that was a black man, those police were punching on and kneeing him. Yeah, it doesn't look good. They're whooping this dude's ass. Yeah, it don't look good. But that's the price you pay. This is what you ordered. You went out there and said, let me get 72 knees to the ribs and back and 52 punches to the head and make it quick. Because that's what you order when you push a cop to the ground and try to punch him. The other cops standing around there are going to be like, oh, shit, get up. No, they're going to jump in. You're outnumbered immediately, dumbass. And if what that lady said was true, he needed his medicine. Well, damn it, somebody get some medicine for this man. Put him in a facility where he can be taken care of. Darrow 333 says he got tenderized. Yeah, I mean, he tenderized that rib section. Those ribs were falling off the bone. That shit was tender. But what the fuck do you expect? But had he been black? Here they come. SEAL Team 6 of race baiters. Race pimping at its finest. First of all, Ben Crump would have been there. He would have been on the scene with the gangster lean, ready to sue. The city would already be cutting a check. You'd have all the blue check marks. The president would have something to say. I hate when I call him that. The resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue would have something to say. Our vice cackler, she would have something to say. All of them. Oh, we need another reform act, the justice system, policing. Let's write up some legislation. Let's get some people out here crying and talking shit. Let's get some of his family members out here, show some sympathy, even though they didn't give a damn about his ass. That's why he was out on the streets, not on his medication in the first place. But now that you're ringing that legal settlement dinner bell, here come the family members. He was such a good guy. He never did anything to anybody. If he was black. Hashtag blah, blah, blah. Even O.J. Simpson's stupid ass would have something to say about it. Why does he always open his mouth on shit he shouldn't open his mouth about? They'd all be talking. We'd all know this guy's name, Mr. Worcester. Say his name. But since he doesn't Since the Rubik's Cube of give a shit, I call it that because when you do a Rubik's Cube, all the colors have to be the same. All the colors have to line up. And if you got white cop, white suspect, damn it, almost. But if you have white cop, black suspect, Yahtzee, ding, 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 we win. Get that checkbook out, city of whoever, city of Minneapolis, get that checkbook out. Go ahead, just sign it. We'll fill in the amount. Right? That's fucked up. He'd be all over the place, but because it was a white dude, who cares? But they want equality, right? Huh. That's what they say. Hydrate, people. It's going to be 101 today. But I looked in the forecast, and on Sunday, it's going to be 90. Oh, man, I can't wait. I can't wait. Dino Mike says, City of St. Floyd. That's right, the patron saint of fentanyl. Shout out to my boy, Officer Hickey. On the front lines. He's the gang unit. That's my boy. Went to high school together. Stay safe, man. But why is it like that? It's almost like they have an agenda. It's almost like that. You don't know nothing about even the way they wrote it. 2 officers, 2 deputies, 1 officer. Beat man. Wait. Where's all the color? 2 racist, 3 racist white officers beat innocent, unarmed black man. He was just trying to deliver shoes to shoeless homeless children. He was just trying to do the right thing. And those damn racist cops rode down on him. Hey, boy, where are you going? Like the 2 cops in Enter the Dragon who are trying to stop Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly's walking home. He's walking home in an alley, minding his own business. Here comes the cop car. They pull up in front of him. They get out of the car. Where are you going, Jig? He has a little suitcase. Where are you going, Jig? And he has a little paper. He takes it out and reads it. It's an airplane ticket. This Jig's going to Hong Kong. Oh, this Jig's not going anywhere. So that's what would have happened to this guy if he was black. He just walking down the street, and there's a cop hanging out the passenger side window, beating the car door. Get him! Come here, boy! Lying bastards. Where you going, Jig? Marky Mark, Kung Fu Joe. I'm going to get you, sucker. This Jig's going to Hong Kong. This Jig's not going anywhere. Shout out to my man, Robert. I used to work with this dude, Robert, at Trader Joe's, and I shit you not. 90% of our conversation were quotes from Bruce Lee movies. That's how we would talk to each other. I would just talk in Bruce Lee quotes, and he would talk and them to me. And that's how we communicated. We were tight as hell. Most of them were from Enter the Dragon. Like the scene where he's helping the little boy. He's teaching him. And he kicks, and he goes, how did that feel to you? Let me think. He hits him on the head. Don't think. Feel. It's like a finger pointing away to the moon. And he's staring at his finger, and he hits him again. Don't concentrate on the finger, or you will miss all the heavenly glory. What up, Robert? I swear, I don't think I said 12 regular words to him in the 10 years we worked together. It was 99% Bruce Lee quotes. That's how men do. Best of friends. We didn't talk about shit. Best of friends. Balds don't hit back. Oh, man. Outside. Man, me and my son gonna have another Bruce Lee marathon. Just a man evaluating stuff. Thank you. What's up with all this sucker punching people? I grew up Major Payne style, where I will tell you how I'm going to mess you up and deliver. That's right. He goes, I'm going to put my right foot across the left side of your face. Don't give me none of that Billy Jack bullshit. He did a little foot move. Whoop, whoop, bam, kicked him around the left side of his face. Or no, hit him in the throat. he goes, I thought you said you were going to kick me in my face. Did you call me a liar? Bam. Yeah, man, that's some scary shit. They've been doing that. Remember the knockout game a few years back? And there was just something in New York where some guy just walks up behind this dude, smashes him in the face. Dude falls down, goes into a fucking coma. Some dude, an employee at a Wendy's, goes up to this old man and just sucker punches him and kills him. What is this shit? What is this lack of respect for human life? That shit's crazy, man. I don't know, just a man evaluating stuff. That's a cancer in our society. Clinton Morris, Mr. Roper. Yeah, that was John Saxon. Don't con me, Mr. Roper. Don't con me, Mr. Roper. Oh, that shit was funny. And the scene where Jim Kelly picks the girls, she brings in all the prostitutes, and he goes, I'll take you, and you. Forgive me if I missed anyone. I am a little tired. I can only bang 3 chicks tonight. It's an off night. I got to train. I can only bang 3 of them. Want to bet? That's right. It was Mr. Roper's downfall. That's why he was on the run. He owed money to all them gangsters and shit. Remember they came looking for him at the golf course? And he whooped their ass in the bushes. That's when he took off. Don't con me, Mr. Roper. He was even betting on the damn praying mantis fights on the boat on the way to Hans Island. He had a problem. He had a real problem. Mr. Roper, you need help, bro. Man, Miss Pepsi Girl, that's right. It's probably one of the most famous lines out of the movie where Jim Kelly tells Han, because Han tells him, you cannot leave my island. And he goes, you come straight out of a comic book. Oh, no. First, he tells him, it is defeat that you must prepare for. And he goes, oh, yeah? Well, when it comes, I'll be too busy looking good. Oh, Stephen Power, thank you. He says, I just subscribed, homie. Thank you. One of the best decisions you'll make in your life, Stephen. Don't think, feel. It's like a finger pointing away to the moon. Oh, and when he's getting filled in by the British guy who's the head operative or whatever, who's sending him to the island, and he's showing him the slideshow of Han and all this shit and the dead hookers that wash up on the beach. And he goes, how come somebody doesn't go in there with a 45 and bang, settle it? Oh, man. That shit is so funny. How come somebody doesn't go in there with a 45 and bang, settle it? And then at the end where he gets a message, he gets one of those, those messages. He's sleeping and he gets up and he goes, this came in a half an hour ago. He gets on the phone. I don't care who he's with. You bloody well put him on the line. Oh, all right, guys. It's already been decided this weekend. This weekend, me and my boy are having me and Junior are having a Bruce Lee marathon. Oh, man. That shit's too funny. O'Hara. See, O'Hara, the dude with the scar in his eye, he was going to rape Bruce Lee's sister, but she took a piece of glass and killed herself so she wouldn't be dishonored. So when Bruce Lee gets to the island, he doesn't know that Han's there. And so he enters the tournament so he can do some spying. And then when it's his turn to fight, he comes out, and it's O'Hara, the dude who was going to rape his sister, made her kill herself. Oh, shit. He fucks O'Hara up. Then O'Hara cheats. He grabs his 2 bottles and he breaks them and he tries to give Bruce Lee. Man, he fucked his ass up. O'Hara's treachery has disgraced us. He fucked O'Hara up. Bryant Lawson, thank you. Answering your Star Wars question, like Jesus, Darth Vader has no father. Ask George Lucas, LOL. Emperor Palpatine was Vader's mentor. Oh, his mentor. Okay. Thanks for that. Like Jesus. Yeah, I didn't know that. So, Emperor Palpatine. Palpatine? Darth Vader. That dude was disgusting. But he looks like Nancy Pelosi's neck. Am I wrong? Is that too much? Oh yeah, default apocalypse, the chest jump. That's how Bruce Lee kills O'Hara. O'Hara just can't get enough. Bruce Lee fucks him up and he let him go. He's like, I obviously beat the shit out of this dude. And then he breaks the glass, and then Han goes, "Oh, Hada!" But he doesn't listen. And he tries to go after Bruce with it. Bruce Lee kicks the glass out of his hands, kicks him in his head, that takes him down, and then he jumps in the air, double stomp on Homeboy's chest, and it's over. And then the dude goes up, puts his fingers on O'Hara's neck, no pulse, and he just looks at him and goes, "Oh man, it's Han's time." Just the man evaluating stuff again. Thank you. Do you think Paul Pelosi crashed into an illegal? I'll tell you what I do think. I think that somebody else was in the car with him. I believe it was a woman, from what I hear. But yeah, he pled guilty today and received 5 days. That's it. 5 damn days. So I called around some DUI lawyers in the area just to kind of get some insight. And I found this lady, and she basically told me, without having more information, because there was bodily injury to the guy. Both cars were totaled per the official report. But without knowing exactly how bad the injuries were, because if the injuries were bad enough, he would have been charged with a felony and not a misdemeanor. But she says, none the miser, 5 days away from his wife is not punishment. No, that's actually, he should be saying thank you for that. But if the injury's bad enough, he would have been charged with a felony, not a misdemeanor. But you have, and I asked her, just how would it play out for just Joe Schmo off the street who doesn't have all these political connections? And she's like, I get Joe Schmo off the street all the time. And she says that's not uncommon for the sentence to be like that if there's no injuries to anybody else and if it's their first offense. So that's what he got, 5 days. I personally think he should have gotten more. I have a special place of hate in my heart for drunk drivers. Life is fragile enough. Somebody's horrible, stupid mistake can shatter multiple lives. Just like the lady, that fucking dummy in LA who killed 6 people. Isn't it funny? In that crash, they counted the baby in her stomach as a person, but the district attorney of LA, George Gascon, doesn't support. He was against Roe v. Wade. He thinks it's a woman's right to choose. So that's a clump of cells, but in this case, they counted the baby as a life, whatever. But somebody can do something so stupid and just shatter multiple lives. That's what I hate about life. I hate that your life can be in somebody else's hands. I fucking hate that. But for somebody to be intoxicated and drive like that, and let's be real, there are varying levels. In the real world, if a guy or girl, whoever, somebody has a beer or even 2 beers, and they're a drinker, they drink normally or, socially or whatever, that's probably not going to do anything to him. But that's not the case here. He was shit-faced. He wrecked 2 vehicles and hurt somebody. He was fucked up. And for you to do that, for you to take other people's lives in your fucking hands, for you to not pay attention for a split second and veer over and hit somebody and fucking kill him because your wife's out of town and you're getting blown by some hooker in your 2021 Porsche. That's horrible. Your poor decision making is going to cause that police officer to have to call somebody in the middle of the night. Hello? Hey, wake up. I'm about to deliver the most fucked up news you've ever heard in your life. Wake up. I'm about to shatter your entire existence. I'm going to change you forever. Wake up. Are you the parent of, the husband of, the wife of, the brother of, the sister of so-and-so? Yeah. That's right about when their heart starts beating out of their chest and they sit up in the bed more awake than they've ever been. Yeah, I'm Detective so-and-so with the so-and-so police department. I'm Officer so-and-so with the CHP. I need to tell you something. Your husband, your wife, your son, your daughter, your brother, your sister is dead. Yeah, I know they just went out to grab something. Yeah, I know they just came back from putting a well in some dirt floor village in a third world country, and they were a great person and everybody loved them. I know that, but they're dead. They're smeared all over the highway, unrecognizable, because some fucking idiot decided to get behind the wheel all fucked up. I hate that part of life. I wish you would only die by your own hand or your own mistakes, not some other jackass. And they're always fine. They killed 9 people and they're fine. The lady who killed those 6 people, she was fine. She went to the hospital. I think she broke her arm. Oh, you poor little thing. She broke her arm. She was in court a couple of days later, alive as shit. And those people are dead. That woman was going to a prenatal appointment. She's probably going to hear that baby's heartbeat. The 2 women in the other car, who knows where they were going, living their life. Her boyfriend, her 11-month-old that was thrown from the vehicle at the feet of some lady walking in the gas station. That could have happened. That could have happened. Paul Pelosi. So 5 days? No, that ain't going to cut it. 5 days ain't shit. Luckily, nobody was hurt too bad. Luckily. That's all it was. That was pure chance that dude wasn't hurt worse or killed. Because you wanted to drive, you wanted to party because your wrinkled bitch is out of town. 5 days, that's it. Tammy A says they estimated he was going over 60. Well, that's plenty fast enough to fucking kill someone. Plenty. Because you got to multiply your speed. You got to add your speed to their speed. So let's say that guy was doing 55 or 50. That's 110 miles an hour. That's a hell of a crash. You stop, all your intestines, your brain, everything slams against your bones. That's plenty of speed to kill somebody. Then what? Then what the fuck you gonna do, Paul? Huh? You gonna come out and say, I'm sorry, I want to apologize? That don't mean shit. You think it's gonna fill the hole in their heart? You think that's gonna make them feel any better when they hear that song, or they smell a certain smell, or they go a certain place? You think they're gonna go, oh, I was about to break down and cry mercilessly again, but then I remembered Paul Pelosi said he's sorry. I feel better now. I'm ready to move on with my life because you said sorry. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, man. I was ready to fucking blow my brains out. But then I thought, Paul said sorry. Let me put that away. I'm so glad he said sorry. Makes me feel so much better. Because that was my wife. She was my partner. We created life together. We built a life and a business together. And she's dead now out of nowhere. But I can always lean on the fact that Paul said, I'm sorry. 5 days, you son of a bitch. Miss Pepsi Girl. She said, man, I love Enter the Dragon. Seen it so many times. Yeah, man, I can't even count. Can't even count. And he used to always come on USA for some reason. They would always play Enter the Dragon, and I was fine with that. I was fine with that. I watched it every damn time I could. B. Whiskey. JG, Anyone gets kicked to the side of the head the way Bruce Lee kicked Han in Room of Mirrors, they are not getting up. Call the coroner, pick up the body. Yeah, there's a scene where he's fighting Han, and then the guy who he lost one of his hands in a shooting accident. That's why guns aren't allowed on his island. And so he can take his hand off and put different things, all these claws and shit, and these razor claws and shit. You ever see those posters of Bruce Lee where his face is cut and his stomach's cut and he's bleeding? That's what movie it's from. But there's a scene where he fucks up Han, and Han gets up, and Bruce Lee just goes, whoa, boom, and kicks this motherfucker out of the frame. That's the hardest kick ever recorded on film. He kicked that man's spirit out of his body. He kicked all the hopes, dreams, and aspirations out of that man's body. He kicked the fuck out of him. It's very true, B Whiskey. It's a wrap. You ain't getting up. And right after that scene, Han's like, oh, nah, man, you're dead. Your life force has been put out. You're fucking dead after a kick like that. Just look up Bruce Lee kicks Han. That's all you need to do. I mean, he fucks him up. Just a man evaluating stuff. Thank you. Jenner's driving killed someone and did no time. That's right. Bruce Jenner killed a woman. Damn it. I saw the footage. He was in an SUV, and I think he was driving too fast, and he killed a woman. Also, Brandy, the R&B singer from the 90s, her brother's Ray J, the one who banged Kim Kardashian on tape and made her rich. I believe she was driving. She came over a little hill, a little berm or something like that, and slammed into the back of this lady's vehicle at 65 miles an hour and killed her. No time for her either. There really are two justice systems, one who can afford and ones who cannot, but color has nothing to do with it. Scotty S., thank you. Jericho, Out for Justice discussion was great. Thank you. This entire time, I believe Seagal's Italian accent was his character trolling bad guys. LOL, so bad. Yeah. It is spectacular in how bad it is. Yeah, it's so bad, you got to respect it. It's so bad that somehow it's good, if that makes sense. I mean, it's... what was his name? Pico. He's telling a story about his Uncle Pico. He's like, hey, I'm with my Uncle Pico. We go to this candy store. This guy is stuffing his pockets with all the candy from over here, candy from over there. He gets outside. My Uncle Pico's like, hey, you fucking bastard. Bing, bang, boom. Throws him in the trunk of the car, right? Then we go to the movies, right? So I'm in the movies the whole fucking time. I'm thinking of this guy in the trunk out there. We get outside of Uncle Pino, or Pino. Was that his name? Pino? Uncle Pino says, hey, pop the trunk there. Because I was fucking scared. I'm shaking like this here, right? I open the trunk. The guy's looking up at me. I look at Uncle Pino. He goes, were you scared? What the fuck was I scared for? I got Uncle Pino with me here. And he goes, I look at the guy and say, hey, get the fuck out of here. And he goes, the guy he's talking to goes, so did he run? He goes, like a bird. That's what Steven Seagal says. Like a bird. Whoo! That shit was bad. But thanks for watching that, man. I appreciate it. Hey, what the fuck am I, Brad? I got Uncle Pino right here. It was bad. And the whole movie was like that. Like, you think there's a point where he's going, oh, I'm just fucking around. No, the whole movie was like that. Scott Calais, thank you. Appreciate that. Got some gloves over here, over there. Oh, it's bad. Just the man evaluating stuff. Thank you. You should also add Ip Man to your Bruce Lee marathon. Ip Man taught Bruce Lee. He is so fast. Don't blink while he jacks everyone up. I've seen all three of them. I don't know if there's a fourth one, but I've seen the first three. Nothing's better than the first. The third one has Mike Tyson in it. I'm done. But the first one, there's a scene because it's during the Japanese occupation of Shanghai. I believe it's in like the late 30s, 38 or something like that. That's another thing. The Japanese, during that World War II era, the late 30s into the 40s when World War II started, the Nazis get all the spotlight for being bad and horrible and what they did to the Jews. The Japanese were no joke. They were fucking savages, and they fucked the Chinese people up too. So Ip Man takes place during the Japanese occupation when Bruce Lee, and actually the first Ip Man is before he even met Bruce Lee. It was just about Ip Man himself. And the town that they were in was famous. It had a bunch of kung fu studios. It had a bunch of kung fu masters that lived there. So they would make the kung fu masters fight for their food. And for every Japanese fighter that they beat, they got this little burlap pouch of rice. And these people went from, Ip Man was rich. He had a huge house, a huge studio. He was the man. All these guys lived well. But when the Japanese came in, they took all that shit away, put them in camps. Everybody was behind barbed wire. It was fucking horrible. So one of Ip Man's good friends beats the Japanese guy. And then the Japanese, the main Japanese guy, the main bad guy, this general or whatever, he has a little sidekick, a little henchman, his lieutenant or whatever, quisling little mealy mouth piece of shit. And he pulls his sidearm and just shoots Ip Man's homeboy in the head, even after he won and should have gotten his rice. So Ip Man picks up his bag of rice soaked in his blood, gives it to his family, whatever. But then Ip Man says, I want 10 black belts. And he tells the translator, and the translator's like, are you crazy? You going to fight 10? He said, give me 10. So then he tells the Japanese guy, and the guy's like, what the fuck? He said, all right. Tells him in Japanese, hey, you 10, get him. And he fucks him up. He fucks him up real bad. Just look up Ip Man 10 black belts. Savage. Fucks him up real bad. One guy hits him in the face, I don't know, 9 or 10 times. Another guy flips him over and like rolls over him and pulls his arm with him and fucking just breaks his shoulder, dislocates his shoulder. Another dude, he comes down with an elbow on his clavicle. I mean, it's fucking savage. Good movie. Andrea Biola. 2 guys tried to play the lights out game on my Alex. One dude was filming. Alex is an MMA instructor. It ended badly for them both, and it should. I wish they would only pick on MMA instructors. I wish they would. That's what you get. You can kill somebody. People die all the time from getting hit, and they fall and hit their head on the ground, have brain swelling and shit. You can die. We're very fragile. I don't know who it was, but somebody said a human being that is walking is just a series of controlled falls. We think we're all graceful and shit, but we're not. We can die very easily. Our bodies are very fragile, especially our heads. So you think you're being funny or whatever the fuck you're doing, and you hit somebody, they fall, hit their head, now they're dead. Now their family's getting a phone call because you thought some shit was funny. I'm so glad that happened. And I'm assuming Alex is a good guy, so he didn't go too far on him. But they all deserve to have the shit beat out of them. They all deserve to look like the end of Street Fighter 2 when you didn't win. Would you like to continue? 10, 9, 8, all lumped up, swollen, bruises, blood coming out of your mouth. That's what you deserve. Because you're potentially killing somebody. You can kill somebody by doing what you're about to do. You guys ever seen the video of that guy with a pimp was out there smacking up his hose outside of a karate studio? And that karate instructor went out there and gave his ass a fucking karate chop right here. Homeboy stiffened up. Fell. And his bitches were trying to pull him back, like, don't do it, daddy, don't do it. So one of them even ripped his shirt because the instructor came out there and was like, hey, man, you can't be doing that. Oh, fuck you. You can't hear the audio because it's like on top of the building, but you can only imagine. And he's trying to go after the guy, and the hooker's pulling him back. No, daddy, no, and rips his shirt. Should have listened to your hooker. Should have listened to your bitch. Because he went over there, and his ass, homeboy said, Paya. He's like, timber. He got fucked up. That should happen to all of them. That shit's horrible. Bryant Lawson, thank you. I like the She-Hulk show. It was a little woke. Yeah, it is. I thought it was very woke. I watched as many clips as I could find, and they were fucking horrible. But hey, to each his own. Let me make sure I got all the supers. Oh, here we go. Irvin Baker, thank you. Love the content. Thanks, Jericho. No, thank you, Irvin. Thank you. I think. Here we go. Just a man evaluating stuff. He says, do you think Paul Pelosi crashed? Oh, I think I already read that. My bad. So let's get into this here. She-Hulk. All right, here we go. Mr. Bryant Lawson. I'm going to play a clip from that. You guys tell me. what you think. Here we go. One second. So in this scene, Incredible Hulk. Now in the comic book, now they didn't just create She-Hulk now. She's not some new woke character. She-Hulk debuted in like 1980. So she's been around for a while. But they definitely sprinkled a lot of woke on this shit. So in this scene, and also in the comic book, this is also something that's been established already. But there's a point where Incredible Hulk is the Incredible Hulk all the time. So he wears regular clothes and he wears glasses and he's really smart and he talks and shit. So in this scene, they're doing yoga. She just got her Hulk-isms. So he's trying to teach her how to control her anger so she doesn't turn into a Hulk and fuck shit up. Also, there's a scene where they fight. The Incredible Hulk. You know how big the Incredible Hulk is, whether you read the comics or you saw the movies, the TV show back in the day with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Of course, he wasn't that big. There was no CGI, but he's still pretty damn big. But he's bigger in the comics and in the new movies. So as big as a Hulk is, he gets in a fight with the She-Hulk, and she actually kind of holds her own. And she's only grows to like 6'7" or something. She's not super big like his. I think the Hulk is like 12 feet tall or some shit like that. But she holds her own against the Hulk, which you know is bullshit. Anyway, in this scene, he's teaching her yoga and how to control her anger.
Feel the waves breaking. Feel the breath, no judgment.
And he's voiced by Mark Ruffalo, the guy who plays him in the new Avenger movies, and he's a bitch.
So when do you think I can leave?
Let's just focus on each day as they come, Jim.
I mean, I legitimately do have a life to get back to.
I know I've been pushing you through a lot, but being a superhero is a trial by fire.
Bruce, I'm not going to be a superhero.
What else are you going to do as a Hulk?
Return to my career that I have spent years building. Use my law degree that I am still paying off a fortune in student loans for.
It's not one or the other, Jen. I am trying to show you that we can live between what we want and what is. But we can't pretend like we are two of the few people on Earth that can actually protect her, which is why we have to make sure of your ability to tolerate stress and regulate your emotions, especially your anger.
Well, here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time.
Here we go.
When I'm catcalled in the street, when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I do it pretty much every day, because if I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult, or might just literally get murdered. So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you. So all of this just feels like projecting a lot of shit onto me.
See.
I control my anger all the time, Bruce. When I'm catcalled in the streets, when some incompetent man is explaining my own job to me, because if I don't, I'll be called difficult or emotional, or I might straight up get murdered. Is that the society we live in? What'd you say to me, woman? I'm going to kill you and get away with it because I'm a man. What the fuck? I literally do it all the time. So I'm actually better than you. I'm better than you, Hulk, because I'm a woman. When I'm getting catcalled in the streets. You know what's worse than getting catcalled is when the catcalls stop and no one's saying, "Oh, what's up, girl? How you doing?" I mean, no woman should be harassed. But if a man says, "Hey, you look good," dang, girl, that's not the worst thing. But she went from being called emotional and overreacting to, "I might just get murdered." Women are getting murdered out here for speaking their mind. I didn't know. This is a new phenomenon to me. I didn't know that women were getting murdered for speaking their mind. I didn't know we were a culture that dabbled in honor killings, because there are cultures where you kill your wife if she's wronged you or stepped out of line in some way. I didn't know this was one of those cultures. Holy shit. Man. Matt says, what if men scream at you from a car? Well, screaming, that's one thing. But I mean, like I said, there are limits. But what does she mean by catcalling? And men usually don't do that. I mean, you know, young or something like that. Hey, girl, whatever, a bunch of young punks. But a grown man, they don't catcall women from cars. They don't catcall women at all. They go up and talk to them. Do people still do that? Do people still go up and actually speak to each other, or it's just a swipe life? Is it swipe life now? And Marky Mark, like, says it means you're hot. It means you're fine. You're good looking. Matt says, haha, I've seen full-grown men. I mean, yeah, there's some. But what do we mean by catcalling? Like, are they whistling? Are you walking like past a construction site in New York City? Hey, I'd like to fucking stick my nose in there. Hey, give me your dad's number so I can suck his dick. Tell him thanks for this sweet piece of ass. Hey, ma, let me clean off a place for you to sit down. I mean, if it's vulgar, yeah, that's gross. Hey, ma, my face is leaving in 10 minutes. Be on it, hey. You know, it depends. And in cases like that, even a guy be like, hey, man, what the fuck are you doing? Chill out. That's gross. But I mean, what does she mean by catcalling? Now, I mean, if you listen to these leftist pink-haired turds, just a man coming up and saying, you look very beautiful today. That could be catcalling. Oh my God, he just molested me with his eyeballs. I mean, come on. What does that even mean? What does she mean by that? And judging by what she said, she is probably one of those crazy pink-haired dumbasses. When some incompetent man is explaining my job to me, you mean mansplaining? God, shut the fuck up. What's mansplaining? That's so stupid. And when you sit like this with your legs open, you're manspreading. No, it's called not wanting to hurt your balls. Do you have balls, miss? No, you don't. So you don't know how sensitive they are. You blow on a man's balls the wrong direction. He's like, What do you mean? You gotta sit how it's comfortable. You don't want to squeeze your sack. Ransom Shan, thank you. We've gotten the same female stereotypes from Hollywood for the past 5 years. Overreactionary, over-emotional, unpleasant, and worst of all, selfishness. That's right. They don't need us anymore. I don't need a man. I can do anything you can do. I can buy my own stuff. I can get my own car. I can buy my own meals. That's not attractive to men. That's not attractive at all. That's not attractive to men. A woman that, if you could provide everything, then what you here for? What do you need me for? I'm trying to find somebody to build with, create life with, to support me, and support her dreams as well. But if you got it all figured out and you're a woman and you're a bad bitch, then what are we doing here? You can go down there and get something made out of rubber that takes batteries and you're good. You don't need me. What the hell you need me for? You got it all locked down. That's not attractive at all. Very unpleasant. Women should be pleasant. What's wrong with having a nice, kind, gentle woman? I don't want a homeboy. I don't need one of those. I need a lady. Chico Man says, Órale. Órale, fucker. Órale, carnal. Carnal. Matt says, that's amazing. We need more men that think this way. There are a lot of male feminists. Oh my goodness. Nothing worse than a male feminist. Sir, on your way out, please put your testicles in this container right here so we can keep it safely, because you don't need it anymore. A male feminist? And what woman wants to fuck a male feminist? That doesn't sound very attractive. That's not going to make the moisture levels go up in the vagine area. That's going to make it dry up and up. We're good. Male feminist, I'm good. What the fuck does that even mean? A male feminist. Don't even say that. Fuck. What the fuck? Those are the dudes that get pegged. Those are the dudes that just lock their legs up with their arms like this, hold them up in the air, and just get drilled. That is disgusting. Male feminist. Ugh. That's disgusting. Yes, we need more real men and more real women. Exactly. Shit's disgusting. Have some self-respect, some self-worth. Ugh. Yeah, the cucks. Oh, it's cool. No, you can have my wife. I'll just sit here in the corner and play with my small penis. Don't be sorry, Matt. She said, "LOL, I'm from Canada." We got plenty of you Canadians in this comment section. Surprised I haven't heard from the hoser today. To be honest, it's all good. Ivan Adams says, "That cat called my wife." Yeah, you better. That's right. You keep it spicy. I be chasing my wife around the house. Kids mess around and come around the corner at the wrong time. They might catch a kiss. My son goes, "Ew, that's gross." My daughter's like, "Ew, stop doing that." And when I hug my wife, my son will come in between us both and work his way in between us so we can't hug. Oh, man. Kids need to see that. They need to see what a man and a woman look like, how a man and a woman interact with each other. What's a man's role? What's a woman's role? Kids need to see. That's how they learn. They learn by watching their parents, by watching the affection that you have for each other. They used to gross me the fuck out. I come in the kitchen, my parents are hugged up, kissing. Oh, God. Would you guys warn me first? Did you know I just ate something? Ew. But you need to see that. It teaches you that relationships are supposed to be affectionate and loving. No, it's not all good times. If your relationship is 100% good times, something ain't right. You're going to have your arguments. You're going to have your disagreements. You're going to get in trouble. She's going to get in trouble. You work through that shit. You show your kids that too. Show them that these things happen, but it doesn't mean our relationship is shaken to its foundation. Just had a disagreement. You get over it. Next thing you know, the best part about fighting is making up. But that's some real shit. Kids need to see that. Kids need to see real men and real women, because we both bring things to the table that the other person can't do. If I didn't have my wife, Authentically Kennedy, what's up? She says, "Jericho, you need a reality show." Hey, that'd be cool. I have nothing but reality here. But if I didn't have my wife, especially with my daughter growing up, becoming a young lady, man, you talk about lost. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be calling her aunts or her grandma. I don't know what the fuck to do. And, just her emotions and relationships and boys and all that shit, the way girls are with each other, all catty and shit, that's foreign to me. Same thing with my wife. If I wasn't here, she couldn't handle my son. In no time flat, my son is going to be taller than my wife and be stronger than her. And not that he would do anything, but he knows that. He would know that. So he's not going to be very likely to listen to her once he gets of a certain age. He's going to ignore her totally. What can she do? She's physically weaker than him. That's why you need dad. Because I tell you what, he ain't going to be physically stronger than me. Guarantee you that. He won't be able to be stronger than me. So it's very necessary. But yeah, you need to get a little romantic. A little romantic. The kids should catch you doing that shit. Wolfang, married 23 years and still doing good. That's right. You need that. That's just what a male feminist. Fucking leave, please. Leave. Take your week. All you pussy hat wearing bitches, and get out of here. Can't stand a weak ass man. I call my wife my partner because she's not my property. She's my wife. And actually, you know the word wife? It goes back. Shut the fuck up. You respect your wife plenty without doing that weak ass shit. Who is that? Justin Castro. I'm sorry, Trudeau. His wife is a first partner, and a bitch ass Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom. His wife is called the first partner. So if you read an article about her, it's the first partner. What? You ain't my partner. You are my partner, but your title is my wife. Because the word wife encompasses all of those things, our partnership and everything else. Oh, she's my first partner. Like everything's totally equal. My wife and I, we talk about everything. Shut the fuck up with that shit. Ugh, that makes me sick. There ain't nothing like a woman being a woman. I wish that every girl, when she was in high school, that they would have somebody come and talk to these girls and tell them all this other shit, all this accoutrement, the makeup and the hair, what do I look like, and blah, 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 blah. That's not what makes a woman attractive to a man. I wish women could know this when they're young. Just you being a woman is enough. You being a woman and being the way you are, and the walk and your shape and your attitude, your personality, that's attractive to a man. Hundreds of thousands of years of us being on this planet has taught men that's attractive. Just her being a woman. All this other shit, that's for other women. I never had a friend or a relative, a male friend or relative in my life tell me, yeah, man, she's great, but her nails are chipped. Yeah, man, she's fine and everything, but you see her split ends? Yeah, man, she's cool, but you see her outfit? Like, she didn't get that from whatever boutique. You see her purse? What the fuck? I don't even know what that shit is. But just a woman being a woman is enough. Be confident in yourself. That's attractive. I mean, you know, men, we like, you know, titties and all that kind of stuff. That's cool, but that's only going to get you so far. Are you trying to be a snack, or are you trying to be a meal? You want to be a 4-course meal, or some shit you get out of the vending machine in between meals? How long do you want this to last? Because you'll get a man. It's easy to get a man. If I throw a piece of food out in the grass, it'll be covered in ants in no time. You could take a shit and flies will be on it. You can get a man, but how long do you want it? Just be a woman. That's it. You already got it. You already got it. Miss Pepsi Girl, she says, have you seen Strange Brew? LOL, I love that movie. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. Haven't seen Strange Brew. Boom. Authentically Kennedy, thank you. Hey, what's up, Jericho? My fiance and I leave tomorrow from California to visit Tennessee. Good for you. To go house shopping. Kind of sad because Callie is home, but these taxes are raping us. Oh, yeah. And the shoddy policies. Ugh. Yeah, and it's only going to get worse. Good for you. Well, what you find out, Authentically Kennedy, Jericho Green 2018 at gmail.com. Let me know the homework that you've done, what you guys have seen out there, because I do eventually plan to leave this state. Nobody likes to be where they're not wanted. Hope you guys have a safe trip. You guys are going out of town? What? You guys are going to be staying at a hotel? Oh, it's about to get weird. Have fun. Black Lake, thank you. I got yelled at for giving too many super chats, LOL. What can I say? I'm addicted to the hopium my fellow conservatives sell. Who told you that, Black Lake? Who gave you that horrible advice? Who chastised you for being in this community? Maybe they need to come check out the community and they'll understand. They'll be like, what the? Oh, I get it. No, this is great. Super chat on. Well, I won't say nothing, Black Lake. You don't say nothing, I won't say nothing. I won't tell them that you're still super chat. I won't bust you out like that. I won't do that to my fellow Americans. Authentically Kennedy, again, thank you for the Twompski. Also, Tatum was talking about how he's raising his oldest son to be a good man. So I was thinking maybe we can pull a Middle East move and set up an arranged marriage with him and your daughter. Sounds like a safe plan to me. LOL. Well, authentically, Kennedy, there's only a couple problems with that. Number one, Brandon Tatum's son is older than my daughter. And number two, nobody's dating my daughter. Nope. I'm in the process of building a tower in my backyard right now. There's only one door to get in there. And there's a little slot under the door so I can slide her food, slide her meals and entertainment, a book or something under there. And I will be standing guard 24/7. You remember Terminator 2, where they broke into that garage and the Terminator just stood there like that all night and you see the sun go down and come up and he didn't move? That's me. Ain't nobody date my daughter. That's it. We got somebody in our lives right now. Their son has a little crush on my daughter. I'm watching. I'm watching my wife like, what if they get married? Like, that's funny. She knows it pisses me off. That's why she says it. What if they get married? Nobody's marrying her. They just don't understand. I mean, I'm joking, but I'm not joking. You know what I mean? It's my baby. You kidding me? Boys are little wolves. They're little wolves. And my daughter, it's all right. Don't you worry. I'll keep them out. Got my shotgun right here. I know. You don't worry. Daddy got you. I'll keep an eye on those wolves. Put a fire warning shot every once in a while. Keep them away. Keep them at bay. Shit. It's my girl. Not only is that my girl, that's my firstborn. I got a picture with her. We're at the boardwalk. She's probably 5 years old. And I'm holding her and I'm kissing her on the cheek in the picture. And she just has this, oh, another kiss. Oh my goodness. Like she's not even, she's so used to the affection. She's like, oh, another one. And that's how I want her to feel. I want her to feel affection and love and know that men are supposed to be kind to her. That's what I want her to feel. Oh, here comes Roy Lee Painter just starting shit. All he said was Semper Fidelis. Thank you for that, by the way, Roy. The super chat, not the Semper Fidelis part. Roy's just trying to stir up some shit this afternoon. It's all right. Go Navy. I know what you're up to, Roy. I know what you're up to. Oh, yeah. So, for some reason, my Instagram account is restricted. Oh, yeah, let me show you this bullshit. So they restricted my account. Let's see. For posting this. And it says, according to independent fact checkers, because we can trust them from Instagram, right? Or community guidelines, either one. Your account has repeatedly posted false information. Restrictions will apply to your account for up to 90 days. So yesterday I posted a picture and it's a split screen and it's Jim Jones on the left and it's Anthony Fauci on the right. And on the left is a little caption that says, I persuaded 900 people to drink Kool-Aid. And then under Anthony Fauci, it says amateur. Right? It's just funny. And then I posted a picture. I don't know if you can see it, but it's Stelter. Is that his name? The guy who just got the boot from CNN. Donna Lamone, that greasy lip bitch. What's his name? Anderson Cooper, and then Chris Cuomo. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a picture of them, the red one. It's a picture of them all naked, laying or all squeezed together naked like they're in a picture. It just shows the upper half, but they look naked. The shit's funny. And then the other part is Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul Pelosi, pleads guilty. So I don't know if these are the reasons it got taken down or this just happens to be where their little comment was placed. But I have restrictions because of independent fact checkers said I did something wrong. Well, who the fuck are these fact checkers? So whatever, I'm restricted on Instagram, whatever that means. I don't give a shit. Let's see, but if I could find, no, I don't think that picture's on there. Let me see if I can find the picture that I'm talking about with me and my daughter. Because me, I'm like, I love you. You're my daughter. You're everything to me. And she was like, oh, another kiss from dad. Here we go. Which is great. in there. You know, you scroll past the pictures and you go too far. You're like, all right, 2015, that's too far. Man, I got beautiful kids. People always say that, you know, their kids are gorgeous. Sometimes that's not true. But my kids are gorgeous. My son is going to be a real problem. He's going to be a real problem. But not my daughter, because she's not going anywhere. She's staying right here with dad. If only. If only. That's what I meant to say. I don't know if I got it. Or maybe I passed it. Let's see, because I can't remember. I think her brother was born. I think he was. That's my boy, too. That's my boy. All he wants to do is play. He'll tell me, Dad, I want to play. I haven't seen you all day. Let's go, fool. I'll be tearing his ass up, too. He likes it. Like with a little boy, the harder you slam him down, the more he likes it. I'll pick him up in the air over my bed. I'll go, boom, I'll slam him on the bed. He's like, not so hard. He's all right. I can't find it. Damn it. I wish I could. It's a great picture. Me and my baby girl at the boardwalk. But she's not my baby girl anymore that much. She walks to school every day with her friend. She has her friends over and they're in the room giggling and laughing and shit. And it's a trip. I used to carry her around. I remember the time she grabbed my face. She was 3 years old. She said, Daddy, I love you. That was it. That was it. Alien Robot Ghost. Thank you. Trying to date Jericho's daughter would be like trying to shave off Chuck Norris's beard. It wouldn't work. Remember that scene in Superman Returns? And they tried to put the needle in his arm and it just bent like they were pressing it into steel? It's over. Look at that scene from Den of Thieves. Love it. Love it. Or Bad Boys 2. But Will Smith's in it. Damn it, you jackass. Yeah, this shit's fucking hilarious. So this boy, he shows up to take out one of the main character's daughters at prom, little punk. And he brings him in the garage. And he's like surrounded by all these fucking no-neck muscle, wife beater, t-shirt, yoked ass dudes. I mean, he's in a forest. He's just looking around like a forest full of redwoods. And he's like, man, you know, the first 16 years of my daughter's life, I've been solely responsible for her safety. And for the first time, I have to hand that over to another person. And he says, take care of her. Because if you don't, your mother will weep at the sight of what we've done to you. And then some Tongan dude is like doing that shit where they do their dance and shit. He's sticking his tongue out and he's talking Tongan and he's fucking, dude has to hold him back. That shit is like, that kid shit his pants. He's probably like, hey, we need to go by my house real quick before we go to prom because I just shit in my tuxedo pants. Roy Lee Painter, thanks again. He says, that's it, calling Steve. Hey, call Steve. We're proud of you, Steve. Moved out of your mom's house, got your own place, huh? You don't got to rub in between her toes anymore? Go ahead, Steve. Brian King B. Falcon says, I posted the picture of Magic Johnson giving blood to Red Cross and got fact checked. I posted that same one too. So maybe that's what it was about. I mean, obviously it's illegal for somebody with HIV to give blood, so I don't think they would, but shit is funny. A picture of Magic Johnson giving blood is funny. And there's also a real picture of Magic Johnson's son, like face level, like touching his crotch. Let's see if I can find that picture. Magic Johnson broke down and cried when son EJ came out. Oh, man. Where's that picture? It's a picture when his son was a little boy, and he's standing there, but the son, like because Magic Johnson's so tall, the kid is like eye level with his crotch, and he's like turned, like not in a perverted way, but it's just unfortunate positioning for his son, and then also knowing what he turned out to be makes it fucking hilarious, man. Let's see. This is Magic Johnson's son. Holy shit. That's Magic Johnson's son, not his daughter. And if you look close, you can see his dick right there. That's who's hanging out with D Wade's son. That's who's going to these red carpet events with D Wade's son. This fool right here, that's a big ass man. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing's going on. Nothing's going on, right? You let him hang out with your 14-year-old, right? Yeah, man, go ahead. Nah, close the door. I trust you. Nah, man, hey. Hang out with him anytime. Come over and watch him anytime. You can hang out with my 14-year-old son. No problem, bruh. But that kid, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Nothing could possibly happen to that boy after hanging out with people like this. Right? Yeah, D Wade's son will be fine. Yeah, nothing could go wrong there. Yeah, not at all. I'd totally let him hang out with my son. Yeah, and bring that outfit too. Wear that outfit when you come to hang out with my son. What the hell's wrong with these damn people? What is wrong with these damn people? You would get nowhere near my child, freak. Freak! That's a huge bitch. Oh, shit, guys. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Got another super, yeah, man. It's totally cool if you hang out with my young, impressionable son, Magic Johnson's son, who's wearing 6 pounds of lip gloss. I'm sorry, was that a sheer see-through blouse you have on, sir? No, thank you. J954, thank you. Yo, JG. What about your best friend? Your homie has a dime piece sister that likes you and is all about it. Let her brother know. Oh, hell no. Shit. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. That ain't fucking happen. Oh, man. Yeah, man, something's all wrong in that house. Lord German Husbando, that's a lot of nuts. Yeah, man, that's more nuts than I'm prepared to deal with. I got a 2-nut limit, basically. I have my own, so therefore, I'm good. That's it. That poor kid, too. Well, he's an adult now, but imagine what happened to Magic Johnson's son for him to turn out like that. Authentically Kennedy, thank you once again for the Hamilton. Random, but I've never seen a trans person. Don't they transition so they can live a happier life? ? Miserable before, miserable after. Guess transitioning isn't the answer. No, it's not. Not to mention the 40% suicide rate after post-surgery. After you get what you think you want, there's still a 40% chance. That's 4 out of 10 of them kill themselves. Not harm themselves, kill themselves. Would you go out and do something if there was a 40% chance? Or Matt says 50. I have heard as high as 50. I was trying to lowball it. But would you do something that has a 40 to 50% chance of death? Would you? No fucking way you would. And to think that these people had things happen to them that turned them into this. They didn't come to this world that way. Somebody did something that put them on this path. That's horrible. Raheem L says, JJ, I feel you, brother. It's absolute insanity. So I declare these people insane. Magic and D Wade. Yeah, man. You not only did you fail yourself, Magic Johnson, by getting AIDS, and not only did you fail yourself, D Wade. That D will make it wide. D Wade, not only did you fail yourself by marrying that fucking wicked witch of Hollywood, Gabrielle Union, but you guys failed your kids, man. You weren't supposed to let any of that get on them. You were supposed to shield them from those kind of decisions. And instead, you stepped aside and allowed them to bask in the glow of your fuck-ups. You turned your son into that magic. That boy didn't come here like that. Look at that fool. Looks like men on film. D. Wade, you did that to your son. This picture's when he was little. He was a little boy. But then you married that woman. And now he's Zaya, and you want to legally change his name, and he got his toes with French tips on him. You fucked up, D. Wade. You're a piece of shit, man. It's one thing if you fail yourself, you failed your children. You suck. Mr. Matt, happy anniversary, Jericho. What anniversary is it? What'd I do? What anniversary is it? I don't know. Dan Solana says Magic Johnson had enough punani for the both of them. He sure did. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he met his and his son's punani quota, because his son is not about the punani now. Failed him. Terrible, man. You turn those boys into that. With a suicide rate like that? That's horrible. Yeah, he let his wife do that. He didn't have a sack of his own. He was an emasculated chump, and she stepped right in and took that spot. She said, I'll take your nuts. I'll take them. You're not using them. I'll take them. I'll put them in my purse. I'll put them in my clutch. And then when I leave the house, I'm going to put them up here on top of the fridge with the cereals you ain't allowed to eat. And you better not touch them. You better not touch them. Yeah, yes, Gabrielle. Huh? Yes, Gabrielle. Punk ass. The Ferg wood chipper candidates. Hey, let's start getting some sponsors. Put stickers all over that damn wood chipper. Sponsored by everybody. Disgusting, man. It's one thing you fuck your own life up. I don't care. But your kids, terrible. Terrible. All right, guys. Another great live. Oh, excuse me. Raheem L., thank you for that super sticker. For looking out. Beautiful live, guys. You were great. I was great. We were great. I already got shit I'm talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be jam-packed with more of this silly bullshit they're trying to put us through. Thank you very much, Mads. Shout out to you in Canada. Yo, hoser. What are you talking about? Marky Mark, Lala HK, all y'all, peace. Everybody else, I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your comments, your questions, your super chats, and just being here. Thank you for just being here and being you. Appreciate it, you guys. I promise we'll do it all over again mañana. Say it with me, damn it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, oh.